everyone, hope you all are fine and doing well. Welcome back to the English Academy. In this video, once again, we are going to cover a poetry by Robert Service, and the name of the poem is The Men That Don't Fit In. So let's start with the poet's introduction. Robert William Service was born in Preston, England on 16th January 1874. He moved to Canada at the age of 21 and settled in the Yukon Territory where he found work. Inspired by the vast beauty of the Yukon wilderness, Service started writing about the things he saw. He became known for his work about the West and the Yukon gold miners. Such works as the shooting of Dan McGrew and the cremation of Sam McGee made him famous around the world. Later in life, he traveled to Paris, the French Riviera, Hollywood, and beyond. During World War I, he was a driver for the American Field Service and a war correspondent for the Canadian government. He died in Brittany on 11th September 1958. So, students, it was all from Poet's Introduction, Robert Service. Now we are moving towards the poem The Men That Don't Fit In. So let's figure it out that what is the poem all about, starting with the very first stanza. There is a race of men that don't fit in, a race that can't stay still. So they break the hearts of kith and kin and they roam the world at will. They range the field and they rove the flood and they climb the mountain's crest. Theirs is the curse of the gypsy blood and they don't know how to rest. This stanza describes a group of people who are restless and can't settle in one place. They are wanderers, always on the move, whether by land, sea, or mountain. Break the hearts of kith and kin means they leave behind family and friends, causing emotional pain. Gypsy blood ref, refers to the Romani people, often stereotyped or nomadic. Curse suggests this lifestyle is both a blessing and a burden. They can't rest, but it's part of who they are. If I summarize this stanza, so this stanza portrays individuals with an unstable urge to roam, driven by an innate restlessness. That's mean they can't stay still. They sacrifice relationships, break hearts of kith and kin, means family and friends, for freedom exploring the world. The gypsy blood symbolizes this nomadic nature, a curse implying it's both a blessing, means freedom, and burden, that's mean no rest. They are such people who actually do not feel themselves comfortable among the people for a very long time in the same settlement. So they actually tend and urge to roam around in order to explore something. Here comes the second stanza. If they just went straight, they might go far. They are strong and brave and true, but they are always tired of the things that are, and they want the strange and new. They say, could I find my proper groove? What a deep mark I would make. So they chop and change, and each fresh move is only a fresh mistake. This stanza is telling us that these individuals have inherent strengths. That means they are strong, brave, suggesting potential for success. However, they are driven by a constant craving for novelty, tired of things that are, want strange and new, preventing focus. The dream of finding their proper groove for impact but jump between paths, causing failure. Each fresh move is a fresh mistake. Their restlessness clashes with commitment. Actually, when you will keep moving from one place to another, you will not settle down at a place for a long period of time. So obviously, each new move comes with new challenges, new adventures. Sometimes they are in your favor, sometimes they don't. So they are such people who keep on making the mistakes, but they are not ready to settle at the same place. Third stanza, and each forgets as he strips and runs with the brilliant fitful pace. It's the steady, quiet, plodding ones who win in the lifelong race. And each forgets that his youth has fled, forgets that his prime is past, till he stands one day with a hope that's dead. in the glare of the truth at last. This part of the poem contrasts the restless individuals with those who achieve success through persistence and patience. It suggests that it's the steady, quiet, plodding ones who ultimately win in life, not those with fleeting brilliance. The wanderers caught up in the chasing novelty forget that time is passing, their youth and prime slip away, eventually reality hits hard. They stand with the hope that's dead, realizing they have wasted potential. The poem implies steady effort and consistency trump impulsive, short lived bursts of brilliance. Students, if I tell you in simple words, so this stanza is telling us that in our youth, when we are young, we have strength. So, through proper effort, through proper hard work, persistence, consistency, we can achieve greater, right? But if we will keep moving from one place to another, if we will keep changing the ideas, if we will not stuck on a particular goal, so it is not going to give us any long term benefit, rather it is only wasting your time. So if you want to achieve something bigger, you need to be persistent, you need to be consistent, you need to be patient, you need to give the time to your goal, so it will be easy for you to achieve something. Otherwise, if you will get frustrated earlier, if you are not willing to settle down somewhere for a period of time, you are not giving the proper time to a particular work, so it is not going to benefit you anywhere. Here comes the last stanza. He has failed, he has missed his chance, he has just done things by half. Life has been a jolly good joke on him, and now is the time to laugh. Ha ha, he is one of the legion lost. He was never meant to win. He is a rolling stone and it's bred in the bone. He is a man who won't fit in. This stanza delivers a harsh truth to the restless individual. He is failed, wasting opportunities by not committing fully, done things by half. Life played a trick on him, and now it's too late. He failed because he could not stick to anything. Life played a joke on him, and now it's too late. He is one of those people who will always struggle because they can't settle. They are meant to keep wandering and won't fit into a normal life. Students, if I summarize this for you, so it simply means that when you have time, when you have energy, when you are young enough to take the decision, so you to take, to set your goals, to start a work, so at that time you need to be very much careful that you are not wasting your time by keeping the things changing and changing, by changing your place of work. If you have started something, obviously you are supposed to give it some time in order to gain the experience, then you can jump towards an other work. But if you like these men who are still wandering here and there, in the end they realize that they are left with nothing. No success is on their credit, and they have just wasted their energy, their strength, their age, their time. And all of us, we know that time stops for no one, right? Here comes the summary. The poem tells the story of men who are misfit in the society, wanderers, dreamers, and those who don't conform to norms. These men are often seen as failures by others, but are actually chasing their own paths and freedom. The poem celebrates their spirit and independence. And if I talk about the central idea of the poem, The Men Who Don't Fit In, by Robert Service, is that non-conformity and individuality are signs of strength, not weakness. The poem celebrates those who defy societal norms and forge their own paths, often at the cost of being misunderstood by others. There is no wrong in selecting your path. There is no wrong to select whatever you want to do, but whatever you are choosing, correct, it wisely. Do not go for taking the wrong decisions when the decisions has been taken, so you need to work on it in order to make it correct. So it was all from the poem, students. If you are still having any query regarding this poem by Robert Service, The Men That Don't Fit In, you can ask me in comment section. If you want to add something by your side, the comment section is all for you. Till the next video, take care. Bye bye.